Okay, I got 7 o'clock, rising times, Farmington board meeting for July 11th. We have no public hearings tonight. So, and you lead us on the public hearings, start.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Anybody online? Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Hearing nothing, reports of standing committees, public works. Oh,
Like-
skip that. And you put that in bold. We're gonna take a motion to approve the minutes of June 28th. Motion in a second. Any comments, questions, exemption? All in favor? Aye.
Yeah.
Not hearing anybody. Blue floor, public concern, reports of standing committees, public works.
Yeah, on the highway and park side, we mentioned it almost every meeting, obviously equipment maintenance is nonstop. Roadside mowing this time of the year is nonstop. Doing milling work, yesterday and today. Still working over on Follow Lane in the Dohaven subdivision. Paving is scheduled for July 17th over there. Been sweeping up from our chip seal program this year. Actually climb Brownsville Road, you see the detour signs are up. That project is ongoing and for the next few weeks. Obviously, they help in setup for the fireworks and then also cleaning up the town park after the fireworks on July 4th. Everything went good with that. The fields sustained very little damage considering how much rain we got before that. And how many cars we had parked here. Park side, again, mainly just ongoing stuff, building maintenance, mowing nonstop, striping nonstop. We've also been working, painting on some crosswalks throughout the town. On the water and sewer side. Again, a lot of ongoing stuff that we've been reporting on. The work on digester 1 continues. We're waiting on a gasket for that. Also got a quote on a crane to remove the cover for the gasket that we need to replace. So that'll be a couple weeks, more than about 4 to 6 weeks by the time the gasket gets here. We can coordinate with the crane. UV system, we approved some spending for some replacement parts. Last meeting on that. There'll be more next meeting, and there's also a level limit switch that we're looking at replacing as well. Aerator that we had purchased has arrived. That will get installed this week with our own equipment and manpower. And some ongoing discussion about just flow meters and purchasing some new flow meters. Discussion about some drainage work down at the wastewater treatment plant. MRB has provided a plan that's being reviewed. And again, ongoing discussion with that. Hook Road water main replacement, the disinfection has been done and the sampling has been done. We're just waiting on the results from that. And then that water line that runs under the thruway will be put back in service. Really, that's about it. Everything else was kind of just stuff that's been reported at past meetings. I'll let Dave touch on anything else.
Thanks, Steve. Operation.
Operations up this morning and 2 resolutions and discuss they come up. From the building department, they did have to respond to one issue with water damage to an apartment complex from the rain event in the city of Canandaigua. We didn't get a lot of rain in Farmington, but it does run from Canandaigua through Farmington as part of the drainage. So just some issues with that. And working with the water and sewer department on some site design specification changes, ongoing projects, proposals. The town is meeting with some developers about a proposed incentive zoning project on 332 and 41 at the former proposed water park site north of the Trooper Barracks. There's also a proposal for a small solar farm north of CVS and the wooded area there, near New Energy Works. And A&P Plumbing that owns the parcel on 332 south of KFC and the new hotel. They have a proposal for potential development of that property as well. A lot of busy work along that 332 corridor. The TAP sidewalk grant is proceeding on schedule. So again, identifying exactly how much we can get done with the grant funding. And Brian will have a report. Anything else?
Thanks, Dan. Reports of town officials, supervisor, and on Sheriff County. Most everybody knows we did have a flood emergency in County Canandaigua, City Canandaigua, Bristol, East Bloomfield, and in Farmington, we're at the corner of 332 on County Road. We did have one apartment there that was apartment complex, 4 or 5 apartments that were evacuated and all collapsed on the western edge of one of those apartments that probably will not be habitable for a while. Ontario County Sheriff report, we receive every month. I don't report on it all the time, but Hook Road, there's 9 citations, County Road 28, 4 citations. New York State Route 332, 5 citations. New York State Route 96, 4 citations. County Road 41, 12 citations, and I'm having 2 citations. Those are the retirees that work for us on money we set aside for the sheriff's department. That doesn't include the day by day free shifts that the sheriff's department uses. Actually, we're having 2 now.
They're doing a swing shift on a 12-hour.
And the swing, okay. So 3 shifts on the road patrol. There's a close number don't count for what citations they issue, nor does it account for what the New York State troopers issue. Today, the Ontario County Economic Development Committee meeting, I attended that. There's Ontario County safety grants process has been going on for over a year. 24 businesses for $1.2 million has been given out to them. And our committee at the county is working on getting more help with the workforce development plans. Here at the town, as mentioned, the July 3rd fireworks was very successful. Our biggest crowd ever. The weather cooperated. And Monday, the Farmington Chamber voted to donate to the town $1,500 towards the cost of the fireworks. So we really appreciate that. Staff and MRB are working on 2 grant submissions due the end of this month. One's for water and one's for sewer. We've hired Troy and Banks out of Buffalo. They found over $13,000 in savings on our electrical bills. Most were in the sewer department. And this savings could save us an additional $6,000 per year going forward. And obviously they get 35% of the cut or something in the first $13,000 for doing that research for us. This Thursday, being the town of Canandaigua Finance Committee, to go over this first 6 months of Canandaigua Farmington Water District expenses and revenues, keep them informed of the current and future water projects plan. And lastly, the department budget sheets will go up this week for the 2024 budget reviews due in August. That's all I have. Highway and Parks.
Yeah, just to report, our intern has completed his report on the camp program, which goes around and assesses all of our roads and determines which roads need what. And so he's got that report done. He's gonna be here at the next town board meeting on July 25th to present that to you. And his last day will be August 10th. He'll be heading back to college.
Summer goes too fast.
Yeah, it's sure done, isn't it?
Yeah, so we try it every 4 years. It's a 5-year plan. We try every 4 years to do it. keep it updated with COVID. We missed a year or so. So it was nice to be back in that program again with the intern. And we do, obviously, our superintendents in the past and generally do use that information. Budget the road work and the type of road work going forward. It'll be good information. I'm glad to hear it. Yep. Thanks. Town clerk.
Next Wednesday, the county clerks have a meeting. Candidate was hosting it, and Board of Elections will be there to speak with us. We are busy to start collecting and processing the water and sewer bills with the new Unilink software. And since last board meeting, I have officiated 2 more marriages. That's it.
I'm busy this year with weddings. Water and sewer.
We also have an intern. And our lead service line inventory is due by October of next year. So she began, we worked with her today to decipher the tap cards and all the cryptic information that's written on those cards. And she's a very quick study. So she's already begun entering that information into the asset categories in the database, which is great. From what I understand, we're far ahead of any of the communities around here. Maintenance personnel, our guys are pretty well completed with their yard restorations and road repairs, and they've been concentrating on hydrant flushing and weed trimming around the hydrants because that was a bit lacking this past year. So they are hard at work doing that, and we had a successful billing quarter with our new software, Unilink. Had a few bumps in it, but we managed to get through it and get all the bills out and worked out pretty well. I'm looking forward to smoothing all the rest of the bugs in it. That's all I have.
Very, very good. Really good know.
For June, we did 87 permits, 243 inspections. We did 38 fire inspections. That number is a little higher than normal because we had the increase of operating permits for the July 3rd for all the food vendors. So, and then on the flip side of it, the MS4 stormwater and zoning inspections, both of those are down right now due to lacking that position. That's all I got.
Planning board, next meeting is July 19th. We have a proposed preliminary 3-lot subdivision public hearing that we will hear. It's when we heard before, so we'll go through that, and that's all we have.
Great. Thanks, Ed. Ron.
Yeah, the letter of credit that Nate referred to is for Reliant Federal Credit Union. It's a final close-up of that project. There are the town ops report has been posted today. A couple of things stand out in that town ops report. One is that section 8S Auburn Meadows, boy, they're just popping up all over the place over there with homes and new basements, and it's incredible how many lots are being sold over there with the market rates interests the way they are. The Ag Advisory Committee meets next Thursday. They will be discussing the Ag Conservation District proposals that I have provided them. And I'm continuing to assist the town engineers on getting letters of support for the WIA grants and for the other grant applicant what is it? GIGP. So that's keeping me busy.
Sure. Thanks. Town engineers, Bill.
Okay, nothing in particular. We're just continuing on design of the Brickyard Road water tank plans, update them for rebid County Road 8 in Grove Park, and then projects in construction. The pavilion here at the town park, Klein in Brownsville and North Road. And I did get your message, Pete, so I'll give you a more detailed update for the Finance Committee in Canandaigua on the water items tomorrow. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Dave, you haven't heard anything about start date at North Road as far as us getting door knockers out or anything?
So I spoke with Stephen, I believe it is, last week. And we set a tentative date of the 24th, which I believe is a Monday, for a start date. And he is finishing up a job, I believe today. And he wants to meet me on site by the end of this week. I said, give me a call and we'll meet him out there. So
Okay.
24th.
Yeah, so we want to, a few days before they start, is just get the word out to the residents of the area.
Well,
And I'll also notify the city of Canandaigua.
any other way we can post it too, because it's gonna cause traffic problems, so. More people we can inform, the better off we'll be.
Yeah, the other thing we talked about, and I don't know if it was brought up in the pre-con, but also notifying the school there. So they know. I mean, they obviously won't be in session right away, but
So Stephen's comment to me was, I want to get in there and get that done before
he's
school
open.
starts.
Oh, okay,
He
good.
said 3 weeks.
All right.
He's very specific about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good.
It'll be good.
Yep.
All right, no report from the assessor and recreation. 6 weeks on the rec is going strong. Some days over 200 kids on site. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. Resolution. And number 1 is a resolution simply for the Mandrill family. Want me to read it, please? Whereas the town board is deeply saddened to learn of the untimely passing of John Mandrino on July 5th, 2023. And whereas John was the first water and sewer superintendent for 21 years from 1963 until 1984, and a longtime resident of the town of Farmington. Now therefore we resolve the town board adopts this resolution extending sympathy to the Mandrino fans. Bring his memory upon the minutes of the board meeting. It further resolved that the town clerk board happily permission from John's daughter, Linda Cannon, and son Philip Henry, and their families. In favor? Aye. Thank you. Yes. Number 2 is a resolution establishing the penalty date for all our unpaid 2023 second quarter water and sewer bills. Second. This is standard procedure we do. All in favor? Aye. 3 is a resolution approval of recommendation of the town planning board and authorizing the final release of surety letter of credit for site improvements associated with the Reliant Federal Credit Union. And that dollar amount is $57,640.38. So, motion by Mike, second by Nate. Comments, questions? All in favor? Aye. Or is confirming resolution for the work performed at the wastewater treatment plant sludge pump PLC H&I. So second. Motion by Steve and second by Ron. And the dollar amount is just under $10,000. All in favor? Aye. Advisory resolution authorizing acceptance of donations in the amount of $800. Oh, second. Nate, something like this is for the 4 firm companies that did the food donation or food trucks at the July 3rd part of it. You don't charge them a fee, we just ask them, hey, I don't know how good you do. You know, give us a donation. In the 4, say $100. All in favor? Aye. Number 6 is the abstract 13 for 2023 to pay the bills. General fund $53,669. Highway fund $62,589.48. Storm drainage, $201.35. Sewer district, $106,306.39. Water district, $550,100.54. Payroll deductions, $36,787.85. Total abstract, $809,654.61. Have a motion, please. So moved. Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Comments, questions, abstentions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We do have training under $100 listed there. There's no items for discussion tonight. Any objections to waiver the rule for two resolutions? Hearing none. First resolution is authorizing the hiring of a water wastewater maintenance assessment for the water and sewer department. Second. Which by Ron, second by Steve. And for Nathan Billigan. And the starting wage is $22 an hour as a water wastewater maintenance assistant. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Number two, is resolution providing for the drafting of parts 2 and 3 and full environmental assessment forms for Farmington Market Center and summer rezoning action for the town board's acceptance for our next meeting on Tuesday, July 25th, 2023. So.
Second.
And second by Mike. Any comments or questions here? Again, this is for the Farmington Market Center. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And anything else we brought before the board today? We online, anything we brought before the board? All right, I need a motion to go into executive session to discuss the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a person, corporation, in matters leading to employment, a motion for motion, discipline, suspension, or removal of a particular person or corporation. So. That's my mark. My neighbor. My favor. Aye. We will not have any other business after the end of the executive session. Thank you for everybody participating.